Jet sweep, it's McConkey. And that is...
The National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. And a gigantic play wiped off the stat sheet.
No doubt about it. If that had been pass interference against the defense, that's over a 50-yard gain because it's going to be a spot foul. But instead, they lose all of what they would have gained, plus a penalty marked against them going back the other direction. Offensive pass interference does not pay.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense. But this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here are the Jaguars in great field position already. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he spoke very eloquently and passionately on media day about what a victory here would mean for him. He knows this just isn't any other game. This is the kind of game that stays with you for a lifetime. If there's anyone on this field tonight who's most ready for this moment,
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. It looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, no, his first throw of the Super Bowl is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
how about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They run it with P. Ryan on first down. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge...
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Trayvon Walker. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another tote for ETN, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Now Lawrence. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. 3-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. ETN up the middle, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. He's to the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that flag accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Rolling to his right. That's laid out deep for Rice. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice high in the air to bring it in. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now Lawrence on target there to Ingram. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
play action. It's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Bigsby. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And this one is incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now here's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
Defensive talk 101. Don't let the quarterback out of the pocket because when that happens, yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Lawrence will throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A give. It's ETN off the option. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package, a nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken in at the 22. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Hand off here for Pirine. And he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Mahomes to throw on second down. That's laid out deep for Rice. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory.
And look at this, another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
A short throw to Ingram. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for KC. 52 yards.
He just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
Mahomes firing complete, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Pirine, draw play. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of...
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And a fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Washington.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. The 4th and final quarter coming right up.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Lawrence going to throw again. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Lawrence.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And the Jags are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play.
Lawrence.
Incomplete.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis.
But it'll be second and goal.
Etienne is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play calling. Kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with?
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Gabriel Davis from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there for KC. 61 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Mahomes now on the option right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Touchdown! Rashee Rice with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Chiefs are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a two-score game and a solid lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes this a 9-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical third down here. Now Lawrence.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here it is, 4th and inches. They run for it with Bigsby.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. On the draw, Pirine. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Back to throw, Mahomes.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Pacheco. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Chad Muma
charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. To throw is Mahomes. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Rashee Rice
with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight.
And the Chiefs have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 15. A little under 50 seconds to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl.
On first down, Lawrence.
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. Now Lawrence on first down.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gunn signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.